Report.
There we go.
Recording HOBI. And in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 347. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
Yay! It's old school tonight. Old school. So, just us two tonight.
Old school? We tore the school down.
Semi old school, not really old school.
Well, if it was true old school, it would be Jeff and I, and that's it.
That's right.
But we got Brad from Cinema Guys might be stopping by in a bit to accept his defeat in the Twitter poll of the week. Might be Twitter poll of the year, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
It was getting crazy. It was getting crazy out there. For the favorite 1980s toy line. It was crazy. It was between G.I. Joe and Mask. And it was interesting. But we'll get to that later. Brian's a little bit under the weather, so intern is out this week. So the outline may be goofy. I don't know.
He's got the Rona.
That's right. And by Rona, you mean get on. No, that's not it. Never mind. That's not the song. Get on it. No.
No, I don't know what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
Anyways.
If you don't want the Rona, keep your broke ass home.
Speaking of that, Steve and Izzy will be stopping by next week. So there you go. So,
yay.
I will say the exciting news this week is that my hair is the longest it's been in years. Little hair. I keep forgetting to get...
Are you growing an evil man goatee?
No, it's just a goat.
Are you growing it long enough so you can put a rubber band in it?
That would be cool.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I keep trying to get my wife to let me shave my goatee, and she won't. So she's like, no, you can't. And she needs
to cover up as much of your face as possible.
Maybe that's... Well, I wear a mask.
Yeah, but that comes off.
It does. Just like my pants.
Get a mask that has a goatee on it, and then you can just put that on when...
I might do that. I will say the one thing about masks, people wearing masks, is that they're getting clever on some of the masks they wear. I saw today one of the guys I'm friends with on Facebook, he's a big scary movie guy, and he has a Frankenstein monster mask on, like just a mask, and it's just a big monster with his arms coming out like his mouth. So...
I think the best one I've seen is the Arnold Schwarzenegger mask.
Which one's that?
When he's got his mouth wide open, he's like, "Get out! Take my hand!
Get to the chopper!
Get to the chopper!"
I'm sorry.
I saw a whole family wearing Schwarzenegger big mouth masks, and it was scary.
That's awesome. WWE has a couple of good ones. They have the Bray Wyatt Fiend mask. And shut it, Jeff.
Well, I'm just saying. And you think Blake would know what that means?
No, he wouldn't. Never mind. I did see DC. I think DC Comics is selling the Joker face mask, like the grin.
I've seen those.
That would be kind of cool. WWE also has the Kane mask too, Jeff. Okay, is that better?
Not really.
Well, nobody. No, wait.
What if they did a fabulous Moolah mask?
That'd be cool.
She's had a storied history.
She holds all the records.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out about Moolah that's not so good lately.
No, yeah, I saw the Vice. I saw the Vice documentary about it.
Oh yeah, it was not good. So, but yeah, so there you go, guys.
Well, it's kind of 50-50 though, actually. There are some people that really are upset with her, and there's some other people that are really saying, she's the reason why. It's two-sided. They're like, she's the reason why women's wrestling took so long to become popular, and then the other people are like, oh, she's the reason why women's wrestling eventually became popular. And I'm like, okay, so I have no opinion. Thank you.
Well, wait a minute, Blake. You're saying that it's not just black and white? There's shades of gray in issues?
I'm so confused.
That's a good Monkey song.
I probably should go to social media and see what they tell me to think.
I think you should go on social media and ask people you're debating on who to vote for the election, and just ask what their thoughts are, like Jim did it 4 years ago. It worked out well.
Oh my God! Did you guys see the Ryan Long YouTube video I sent you? The never Trump and always Trump.
Yes. The
lovers.
two sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sad part is, I have friends that are on either sides of those things, and we have friends that we know that are on both sides of that. And I just sit there and I go, I can't fathom defining my life by that bullshit. Either way,
I've hidden a lot of friends in Facebook lately. I just can't.
I've snoozed posts.
Yeah.
Yes, I've snoozed several people for 30 days, and some have been on 30-day cycles continually.
Some have been on a snooze 300 days. I'll be honest.
360 days.
Now all I get is ads for like pretzels that you can order by mail, and wrestling tees. That's all I get on my Facebook feed.
So some people have been on snooze for 1,060 days. And probably will be until November.
I will say the greatest thing that's happened with this quarantine, and not that there's many silver linings, but the one silver lining is that I don't have to watch either the Republican or the Democratic convention on TV.
You
so
never
it's
had
great.
to watch them before anyway.
I know, but there's a lot of talk about it. Now that it's all virtual and that, it's wonderful. I love it.
So you're not going to watch them now that they're virtual?
Nope.
I hear the great cures from insomnia.
Are they on Are they on network TV?
Yes, I saw it.
I assume they would be.
When I was looking for my CW Seinfeld episodes at 10 and 10:30, I did notice that there was the convention going until 11 on one of the main network channels.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Well, of course, CNN, MSNBC, Commie, all those people have that going on.
Did you say Commie? I would like to see that. The Commie Network?
No, all MSNBC, Commie. Yeah.
All Commie news all day. Well,
I thought he was talking about Comedy Central.
No.
Comedy Central?
No.
Well, in Commie news, we have Cuba. Yay.
We have China.
Don't forget China,
Yes. I vote for China. Oh, wait, I can't. Say yes.
I voted for Kang.
I vote for the Grand Masters of the world.
When
they take over, I'll be one of the favored people.
Anybody drinking any beer this week?
Nope.
No.
I am. Why do I have that background on my screen? That's what you put up. Nope.
I'm drinking Perrier. Is that cool?
I've never had it. Let's see here. There we go. That's a lot better. There we go.
Otherwise known as bullshit water.
I have for $16 a bottle. Is that what it is, Blake?
They were on sale at Kroger.
Oh, $14 a bottle.
14.
Yeah, I think I got $1 off if I bought 20.
I got Municipal Brew Works.
Kroger math.
Municipal Brew Works.
They used to be our beer sponsor.
They still do. This may or may not have been free. Anyways, so Approachable Blonde. If you're in Cincinnati, Ohio, go to Hamilton, Ohio. Go into Hamilton if you're in Cincinnati. Go to Hamilton, Ohio, to the old fire station. It's a big brewery, or it's a small brewery that's really taken off, and they're going to be in a lot of places soon. So it's great. I took my 3 kids up there because my wife was working Saturday. I took my kids up there.
3 kids to the bar.
Yep.
That sounds so Cincinnati to do.
I took them up at noon, so it was early. But no, I took them up because they have a crab and lobster truck up there that's been pretty well known throughout the city.
I hadn't heard that one.
I
might have to.
You know what, Jeff? I actually was going to tag you on that, and I was going to see if you wanted to go Saturday. I thought, nah, Jeff won't want to go, and I was like, I should have just done it.
You should have.
I apologize, Jeff.
I didn't do anything on Saturday.
Well, we got up there, and it was a really good food truck. I got crab roll, and nice little bread.
You are
my son, my 4-year-old ate potato chips. He didn't want anything to do with it. My daughter got lobster mac and cheese, and then my son, my 10-year-old, has slowly tried seafood once in a while. He tried crab roll for the first time. He tried crab, and he loved it. So But yeah, so, and I was going to try to go for the lobster sandwich, but that was $18, and I said nope. I'll go back to the crab. I know you're going to pay more on the food truck.
Yeah, $18 for a sandwich is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but at least the meat and everything's already broken out for you. You know, the only time it's worthwhile of cracking open any of those crustaceans is, you know, when you got like Alaskan king crab legs where you actually like crack legs open and there's actually like meat in there for consumption. Like you can get like a Maryland blue crab and shit. I'm like, you know what? Just give me a mallet and I'll smash the whole damn thing. Just make it into a crab roll or crab cake for me. That's too much work.
Yes, I agree. A lot of the crab it's not worth all the effort to get it out, but there's big crab legs. They're easy
Alaskan
enough to
king crab. It's worth your time, but anything else other than that, it's, you know, you spend 15 minutes trying to pull out this little piece of meat that you can pick your teeth with.
I will say I was pretty happy though because the brewery is always good to us, and it's always a good place. They now start doing seltzers, like hard seltzers.
Ooh. Oh, like Perrier.
Yeah,
they're taking on the White Claw.
They got about 10 different flavors, and
hard seltzer.
Hard seltzer, yes, not the regular seltzer.
Not bullshit water.
Not the stuff that comes out of a clown's flower. Not that.
Okay.
But it was. I had the black raspberry. So damn good. So. There you go. But yeah, it was a good time though. So, and then I loaded up on. Did it also make
you feel pretty?
I loaded up. What? No, it did not. Thanks, Blake. But I did load up on some 6-packs. They don't do growlers right now because of COVID, but they do crowlers, which is like the 32-ounce cans. So I got a couple of those. There was a watermelon one, not very watermelony, so it was very good. It's not too fruity. And it.
And there's a watermelon one that doesn't taste like watermelon.
No. It tastes like it tastes like watermelon. But the good news is though, if you buy it, proceeds go to a fund for a fireman's family that passed away a couple years ago in a fire. So it's a good thing. They do a limited run, so I bought one of those.
The family passed away, or the fireman passed away?
The fireman passed away. I'm sorry, during a fire. He was fighting a fire. So
and it's going to his family. Okay.
Yeah. So 2017. So I did that. So it was good.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
So they did a good job with that. So just, you know, they didn't pay anything for this. They didn't, you know, I just give a little plug because I like local breweries and I love municipal. So I keep trying to get them to come closer to us. So it's not
how about
bad.
You just move closer to them?
It's not bad. It's only about a 23-minute ride. So that's not horrible for me.
So you said one of the things they had was called Approachable Blonde.
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking now.
Is that on the can? Does it say yes? You can grab my can.
Oh.
Do they have a dirty blonde selection as well? I could have a lot of fun with the blonde selection there, and it could be. We could even make it unisexual. We can make it male and female.
Get out.
And Z-mail.
Get out. Get out, Blake.
And email?
Z-mail.
Have you guys watched anything this week? Let's get caught up on that.
See. Have I watched anything? I don't think I did.
Baseball?
Really?
Oh, wait, I did. I was watching some hockey. That's turning into disappointing. And I did watch
Columbus isn't looking good.
Finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, how was that?
It was okay. I mean, the last season was fun, but it kind of wasn't the same show that it started out as. So
that may not be a bad thing.
Well, it kind of feels like they just the whole MCU just kind of forgot they existed, and they forgot they were part of the MCU, so they just did their own thing over here. Where I did like early on how, you know, things that happened in the movies affected what happened in the show.
Correct. I'll be honest, Marvel probably didn't even know that it was still on the air.
I don't think they did.
Wait, we got a TV show? I did hear about the Coulson Academy. That was kind of nice. I like that. So
training for Shield members.
Was Quake better than she was in the first 3 seasons?
I kind of liked her in the first 3 seasons.
Okay. I was just asking.
Well, she was Quake in the first 3 seasons, so there's that.
Was that guy that turned the bad guy that the good guy that turned into a bad guy? Was he back in it still?
Nope, they killed him off several years ago.
Oh, thank God! I loved the twist, but then they kept bringing him back, and I was bored with it. So
they brought him back as a bad guy, and then well, he was kind of killed and possessed by some alien. But then when they killed that alien thing, then he hadn't come back.
Okay, I was just wondering. Okay, I watched Friends with Kids. It's a 2012 movie. It had Adam Scott in it. It had Kristen Wiig in a small role, John Hamm in a small role. It had Ed Burns in it. And now I'm forgetting who wrote and starred in it. It was a female. It was really good. It's about basically these friends, 6 friends. 4 of them were dating. Kids. Yeah, and they have kids, but it's funny like how their relationships start like, how, when they were all single and, getting together, and then it changes.
It was like the TV show Friends.
Better. You didn't want to kill half the cast. Wow. So, but it was good. It's interesting. It was we saw it on Amazon. My wife and I, we were just looking for a movie, and I saw that. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, and it was funny. Adam Scott was good in it. It was like it was somewhat romantic, but not really. Like it was pretty realistic. You have the one family, the one husband and wife that got married, or the one man and wife or woman got married, and they had kids, and they have 2 kids, and they're just like pulling their hair out. You can just tell, and it's realistic. Then you got like John Hamm and Kristen Wiig. They get married, and they have a kid, and he just becomes an alcoholic. He doesn't want the kid. Who
does?
She's exhausted, and then they have a really bad marriage. And then you got the other 2, Adam Scott and the other one. They were just friends. They never got together. But then they decide to have a kid because they both want a kid, but they don't want marriage or anything, and they're not really attracted to each other, so they get a kid, and then they co-parent in apartments right next to each other, and it worked. Like the show worked. I was kind of surprised by it. So that's my thing. Blake, you watch anything?
No, I've been doing a lot of reading. I finished Time of the Twins.
What is that?
The Legends trilogy for Dragonlance. But okay. I did watch 2 episodes of the Epstein documentary on Netflix.
Oh. Did you take a shower afterwards?
No, it is pretty depressing, but just the first 2 episodes where they're building the case against him in Florida, you're just like, what the fuck, man? It's like, how in the hell do you get away with doing that sick shit for so many years?
Money.
And not get busted. I mean, it's insane. I mean, fucking, money. Can you imagine, the police, I guess that they're talking to the chief of police there at the time, and the lead investigator, I guess that's in the documentary, he passed away, allegedly. Mm-hmm. I don't know the story behind that, but I'm like, well, based on everything else, it probably was,
Was he
premature?
I think his was a car accident, and I'm not 100% sure, but I thought I read that when I went down the rabbit hole. His was a car accident. I believe so. So
yeah.
There you go.
So, there you go. I mean, all right. Hey, Bill Clinton speaking tonight, so maybe he'll shed some light on the whole Epstein thing for everybody.
Allegedly. But seriously, it's depressing. I don't even know if I want to watch the next 2. Is it because there's 4 episodes, right? There's 4 episodes. It's sad to see like how many hundreds of women he did this to.
Women. Let's go back.
Girls.
Teenagers.
Girls.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's rephrase that. They're women now.
Sorry. 16 to 18. Yeah.
Holy shit! The one attorney that was down there. And he's like, well, this is the tree that we started. And we stopped here because it was just too big.
It was too big of a... We didn't have enough poster board, basically.
It was too big of a tree of, you know, and it was pretty sick. I mean, you know, they're good at profiling. They were good at bringing them in. They're good at paying them and keeping them quiet, and they're good at getting them to recruit for them. You know, and it's just like, I'm like, man, it's unbelievable.
I think the chief of was it the police chief, the ex-police chief, who's no longer there. Shocking, they got rid of him because he was trying to, you know, charge him. It was either him or the attorney for the victims. They said this was the biggest. He's never seen a pyramid scam with sex trafficking. That's how it basically became. It was a pyramid scheme with sex trafficking.
Yeah,
and oh my god,
you know, he leaves at the end of the second episode, and the. You know, I'm wondering what happened to the FBI investigator, the one female investigator who was doing a really good job.
Yep.
And then they came in and I forget what they were talking about. There was some kind of meeting, and then all of a sudden, boom, nothing.
Yep. So
it was like hard. It was like cold stop, and they're like, "Why? What's going on? You know, why all of a sudden are you not, cooperating with us in this?"
With the chief, yeah.
You know,
watch till the end, Blake, because I want your take next week when you get the ending, because Epstein's attorney is that Dershowitz.
Thought it was Starr.
No, well, there's another one. One, an old guy.
Yeah. Okay. Dershowitz. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're talking about the Harvard guy?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Who's in there? Just wait for his response on the one allegation against him. I want you to take a quick look at it, or just listen to it, rewind it, and listen again, and go, "Huh, was he involved?" Because it was very odd. Let's just say that how he did it. So,
yeah,
it is depressing.
Yeah, pretty much so, and. They haven't even gotten to Pedo Island yet.
Nope.
Is that what happens in 3 and 4?
Yeah, it keeps getting worse.
Yeah,
it just keeps getting worse.
Well, so it's kind of interesting. I kind of watched it because it's one of those things that you kind of know about, but you don't really know about because you only see headlines, and all of a sudden the guy kills himself, and you're like, all right, well, heck with that guy. He's rich and he's a dirty bastard.
He didn't kill himself.
Well, yeah, in theory. How convenient! All 3 security guards were unavailable. The security tape.
They get into that too. They get into that.
And then I kind of got into it because I was like, all right, let me get the point of view here, and because Ghislaine Maxwell, they found her, they got her, and so we'll see how this all. Because I was like, all right, well, let me see how this works and how it all comes together here.
On a positive note, I watched a documentary short about 40 minutes on Netflix. Just came out, The Speed Cubers. It's about professional Rubik's Cube
solvers.
Yes,
I heard about that.
Actually, you know what? My review of it will be up on nerdly.co.uk tomorrow. Anyways, it's a very fun, enjoyable show, and I was not. My wife and I were laughing at it when we saw the trailer, and we're like, well, let's throw it on. It's 40 minutes. It was really good. It's about Felix something that lives in Australia who's like the greatest of all time, like the Tom Brady of Rubik's Cube people.
Rubik's Cube solving.
And then they have this guy named Max who's from USA. And he's autistic. He's 17 years old, has a mentality of like a 7 or 8 year old. And basically his parents worked so hard to get him to come out of that shell of autism that once they worked hard, and then they gave him a Rubik's Cube, and they put him in competition, and he just took off. And he's now the best in the world. Like, he's just beating every one of this guy's world records. They have a 3x3, a 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, like different sizes of the cubes. They got one-handed. They got feet. You have to do it using your feet. So they get this, and there's a world championship every 2 years. But the Max kid looked up to this Felix guy, and when they met each other, they started becoming friends. and he idolizes Felix guy, and it's always like, don't meet your heroes. This is completely opposite. The guy is, every time Max breaks his record, he calls him directly in person, talks to him. They've become friends, and basically Max has become better and like more open because of this guy. And it's beautiful, like just to watch it. It's like, that's really like, they could have played it up as their competitors, which they are, but like, they could have taken that route, and instead they're friendly competitors. Like, they're both happy for each other.
Two things. One, you said he was Australian.
Yes.
So that's why he's not an ass.
Good call.
And two, how much money can you make being a professional Rubik's Cube person?
They never really said.
Terrible documentary. They won't even tell you how much you can make.
But they said you start going down, and I'm getting Brad on here, so Brad might be joining us here soon.
There he is.
Hey, there's Brad.
Hello.
Hold on, Brad. I got one last thought. We're talking about speed cubers on Netflix, about Rubik's Cube. It's a Rubik's Cube documentary.
Okay. I didn't even know that was. I know of those people, but
that's what we were talking about. That
do they have a world record for taking the pieces out and putting them back together again in the correct?
No,
I might hold that record.
I might. Yeah, I was pretty good at that.
But it is interesting because just like, because they obviously have these algorithms that they have to go through and understand. I mean, it's just geniuses. But like, it was funny because they're showing the World Championships 2019, and they're these podcasters that have a Rubik's Cube podcast, and they're the play-by-play announcers on live streaming this. And I'm like, what do you do for a Rubik's Cube podcast?
He's turning. He twisted it again. He's done.
Well, most of them were like 8 seconds or less. So you're like, okay, like in the 3x3. So, but I highly recommend it. My review will be up on nerdly.co.uk tomorrow. So there you go. Brad is with us for. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Go ahead. Real quick.
You were talking about stuff you saw on Netflix, and it reminded me of a movie I did watch over the weekend.
What's that?
It was What Happened to Monday.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It stars Noomi Rapace, or however you pronounce her name.
Noomi.
Noomi, God,
the Noomi part I knew. I wasn't sure about the Rapace, but or if it's Rapace, I don't know. But it's what do you call it? A dystopian future where the planet is overpopulated, so they pass a one-child-only law, and they become like total Nazis about it. And Glenn Close plays the government lady behind the thing. Well, this one guy's daughter gives birth to 7 quintuplets or septuplets, I suppose it would be.
Noomi Rapace.
And but then like the mother dies. Thank you. The mother dies in childbirth, so the grandfather raises the 7 children secretly, names them after each day of the week, and then when they're old enough to attempt to go out into the real world, they each get the day they're named after is the day they're allowed to go out, because everybody's tracked electronically or whatnot. So they're each allowed. Well, then one of them doesn't turn up at the end of the day, and it gets in this whole, terrible thing where the evil government is trying to track them down. And
what happened to Monday?
What happened to Monday.
I watched the sequel, Friday, I'm in Love. It was pretty good.
That was not the sequel, because I saw the movie. And
I was waiting for Blake to like that one.
There wasn't a movie, Jason. It was a music video.
Oh, is that by the Beatles?
Yes.
Yes, the goth Beatle. Yes. There you go.
The shitty Beatles.
That is just the Beatles, the shitty ones. Let's see here. Brad is here from the cinema, guys. Brad, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, Jason. I'm a little upset.
Now, why would that be? Why would that be?
The part of the outline we're about ready to get into.
Oh, we had the Twitter poll of the weekend. Bad Ideas podcast, we had, this is the final round. See, intern's not here. He had a misspell. The final round of Hobie's best favorite 1980s toy line tournament, which I have to say this last week, we had 5 days worth of voting, or 6 days. And I tell you one thing, it got violent. It got dangerous.
I don't know if it got violent, but
mentally violent. How about
Angry.
that?
Did it get Portland violent?
It did not get Portland violent. There was nobody in unmarked van pulling Brad or I aside, so that was good. But there was a lot of people that started joining in. We had 134 votes. We had a lot of retweets. We had a lot of responses. We had a lot of complaints. Jeff was in charge of the poll, and he kept tweeting out for G.I. Joe fans to join in. It was getting a little dangerous.
And I kept tweeting out for Mask fans to get on it.
The 6 of them. So it was pretty exciting. So I will say Hobie was impartial because last night they sent out a tweet at like 9:30 asking for Mask fans to join.
For the last few hours. Here, we'll give you a couple hours.
I don't know what happened. So,
I'm going to have to submit to the DOJ to look into foreign interference in this election.
Oh, I didn't even look at the results. Oh, G.I. Joe won. Wow. 56.7% to 43.3%. Woo! That's big. Wow.
And that was, I think, the largest span it's been at the end there. It was a lot closer most of the week.
It was. Because Mask was up at 53% there for a bit, and I was like, "Ooh, this is looking good."
I'll be honest, it was interesting.
And then the people with common sense looked at it and said, "How the hell is Mask beating G.I. Joe?"
Mask was the 7th seed after beating number 2 My Little Pony, number 3 He-Man, and number 1 Transformers. That's impressive. I'll be honest, I didn't think they were going to beat Transformers.
I didn't either, honestly.
I didn't think they were going to beat My Little Pony.
Cinderella story died. Gonzaga and it got beat. It was good times though. Brad and I had about 40 personal text messages going back and forth threatening each other. And it kind of took off on its own. So we did appreciate everyone that voted.
And it went back and forth all week long. And then yesterday, G.I. Joe just was like, you know what? Enough playing around. The G.I. Joe fans were like, we can't let this happen.
G.I. Joe was tied. It was tied 50-50, 50% each. I'm sorry. Up until about 5 o'clock last night, 4 o'clock or so last night.
Yeah.
And then G.I. Joe fans said, like you said, what the fuck? Nope, we're done. Everyone out. Come on, we're going. And then it kind of take off. And it was funny because I was offline. I didn't look at anything for like 4 or 5 hours. And then I turned on my phone and I saw Brad texted me a couple times. I'm like, what the hell happened? I turned it on to her. I was like, oh, okay, now I feel good. Okay, I'm okay now. I'm okay.
Everything is right in the world for you.
That's right.
So did we get our G.I. Joe Expo buddies to push the poll?
They only have like 12 followers, so I don't think it helped. I tried. Their last tweet was from 2019. So I tried to get the central defense going, but it didn't work. But yeah, so Brad, I would like to give you this second place participation trophy on behalf of Mask. Thank you for accepting it.
Hey, Mask beat My Little Pony, He-Man, and Transformers. So you know what? They had a good run.
They did have a good run.
For a toy line that most people were like, well, I don't even know what this is.
The problem with the Mask guys is the guys were too small.
They were tiny, so they could fit in the cars.
Yeah, well, the other option would be the cars would be too big.
Yeah.
Well, this toy line is the Neo Geo of toys. It's $600 per
it's like,
toy.
We're trying to fit these G.I. Joes into these Transformers, and it's not working. We'll make our own line.
Just do it small. Is there a lot of demand for Mask anymore? I'm being honest. Like, I see them at the comic expos, the Sentai Comic Expo, but...
Well, they're recently there hasn't been any talk in over a year, but there was talk of a G.I. Joe Mask movie, like kind of a crossover movie, but it hasn't. I mean, 2020 has kind of killed everything anyways, but
I will say that did have on for like 20 minutes G.I. Joe Retaliation today, the movie.
Rock.
I would rather watch a mask movie. I
would
watch a mask movie.
The G.I. Joe Retaliation was better than the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra.
Oh, God.
And you know what? I have fun with both of them. I own both of them. I've watched both of them multiple times.
I couldn't tell you how angry I was when I watched Rise of Cobra.
Are you excited for the Snake Eyes movie that's coming?
No. I love G.I. Joe.
It depends. Are they going to do the Snake Eyes in this movie what they did in Rise of Cobra?
With the lips?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, yeah.
He doesn't need lips. It doesn't move.
Why are they putting lips on his mask? It makes no sense.
What is wrong with you people?
I don't know what they're going to do with him. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Brad, you have some good news here. 2020 may be shitty.
Yes.
Our favorite comic expo, Cincinnati Comic Expo, was canceled this year.
Did you say maybe shitty?
Maybe it's looking that way. Well, it's not over yet, so we'll have to
when
wait
all
and
is said and done, we'll have to look back and figure out.
Yeah,
that's true. We haven't seen next year yet.
Blake, we haven't rallied yet. We got 4 months left, buddy. This is going to be awesome.
You know what? I've been
4 months
all week. I've been saying, you know what it is? It's going to turn us around. Pumpkin spice lattes. As soon as the pumpkin spice hits the stores, we're going to start that. You're going to see the curve. We're going to back on an upswing.
The spice must flow.
That's right.
Spice must flow.
You're going to see a spike. Oh, wait, that's in more cases because schools are opening.
I heard you were saying that your kids go back tomorrow, too. Are you excited?
Tomorrow. I am a ball of stress.
I could see that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Parents are a ball of stress the day before school anyways, the first day of school.
Yeah.
Just making sure they didn't forget anything.
My oldest is very he's kind of concerned about it, but we've been talking to him.
Yeah.
But as you said, we're going to try to have fun. You said the
yes
expo, Cincinnati Comic Expo, unfortunately was canceled because, we can't gather.
Yes. And this is not in association with them yet.
No, this is not.
This is just something a local comic shop decided to do. Since there's a big hole out there.
So we partnered with HOBI and our local comic shop here in Norwood, the Paper Street Trading Company, we're going to put on a virtual expo on September 11th and 12th.
Yes. September 11th is 5 to 9 p.m., is that
5
correct?
to 9 p.m. and the 12th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes.
So we're going to try to get a bunch of guests to come in. We're working on trying to get people, and we're going to have trivia and giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff.
We're going to have mostly half-hour segments. It's all free. Just log on. We'll have more information. But you can log on for any time during the day. We'll have a schedule eventually put out when it gets closer. But rumor has it, Source Point Press might be there. Might be on for a little bit.
I've heard that.
We have some people about tabletop games. We may have some movie stars, directors maybe. I don't know. And we have Steve and Izzy from EILFM. They're already on. They're going to be there.
Yeah.
They're doing a segment about comic book movies. But it'll be visual. So you can log on, see us, hear us in that. And we'll have it on a couple different channels and that. So you can find it YouTube. And what's the other things that we're going to be on? Do you know
YouTube, and then we're figuring out there'll be 3 locations, YouTube, Facebook, like Facebook Live, and then third yet to be figured out.
Gotcha. So, Jeff, you excited?
Thrilled.
Good.
So you were saying there might be some famous people there. Any chance we're going to get Tara Reid?
We cannot confirm nor deny that. She did not like our Sharknado jokes for the last 6 years.
I have not gotten a response via email back yet to confirm or,
I hope she doesn't check her email as often as I check HOBI email.
Oh. And keeping the tradition, Blake will not be there. He'll be out of town on work. So congratulations, Blake. Well done. Intern Hackney will be coming.
But the thing with the virtual expo, even if he's out of town, you can connect from anywhere in the world if you have, a
Blake,
connection.
I think you should do this. Just connect. No?
Sure.
Sure. I love Blake. But Intern Hackney will be there. Jeff will be there. I'll be there. We'll be popping in all day, off and on. And we'll put in some trivia on that. Some of our listeners, we're going to be reaching out to some of our listeners to play some trivia. We got tons of Funko Pops because we got a whole crate of them.
Paper Street, they're going to have giveaways in the store for anyone in Cincinnati. They can go down to the store that weekend. They're going to have fun stuff, and we're going to do like kind of live connections with them to see how it's going down there and what they have. It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
I am excited. It's going to be a good time. Like I said, so, and the good news is we're all socially distanced, so no one is close to each other. So I really appreciate that, Brad. Good job.
I mean, you guys are in like Indiana anyway, so you're
Just
plenty
me.
far away.
Only him. He won't let us come visit him. So
you played game night once with me in the last.
once,
I know.
and then you never invited me back.
We're actually. We'll talk off air. We might have one couple. I want to play Small World with you. So that's why. But
I mean,
yeah,
this G.I. Joe mask tournament thing almost ended the virtual expo, but we powered through and
we did.
Still carrying on.
We had some rough times. I was going to make my own called Virtual, and he was going to make one called Expo, and it was going to be awesome. Same weekend.
We were going to have it the same day.
Yep. Paper Street was a little worried about it. They actually divided the line.
They had to step in and put an end to this petty squabble.
Yeah.
So you can check out Cinema Guys on their Facebook page and HOBI on our Facebook page. We'll have tons of information on it. And like I said, it'll just be a good time.
Yeah, and I'm going to post everything. Once I post like schedule and stuff, I'm keeping our site, wearethecinemagays.com. I'm going to keep everything up to date on there too. So
there you go. So I'm excited though. It's going to be a fun time. Like I said, we got to have something positive this year. Something.
Oh yeah. Let's have fun. Let's just turn off from what's going on in the world just for a short amount of time and just, get together and have a good time. Get together, Brad, but not get together.
That's right. Socially get together. This is how I like getting together with people virtually. Let's see. Brad, are you going to sit in with us for a little bit, or are you going?
I can sit in for a little bit.
Okay. Blake, where are you at? Are you on mute still? What are you doing over there, Blake? Wake up.
He's trying to figure out if he can remote do this expo or not.
That's right.
Or trying to figure out a way out of it. One of the two.
Yes. By no means was I working on my D20 Pro campaign.
Dude, I told you, invite me next time. I was going to play with you.
Yeah, you could show us how to win Dungeons
and Dragons.
What?
I'll be honest. It was getting old. Brian and I actually started playing Pathfinder this week. Beat that.
Man, well, after you beat that, you can start Pathfinder 2.0. How's that?
I will say Pathfinder is a lot better game than Dungeons and Dragons. A lot more realistic.
Is this like the movie Pathfinder?
No.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Carl Urban in that movie, I think? I don't remember.
I don't remember Pathfinder. I'm confused.
Is that like
yes?
One of the, based on the James Fenimore Cooper novel? Is that what we're talking about, or is it something completely different?
You know what? It might be something completely different. It came out early 2000, I think.
Are you talking about my Pathfinder?
Yep. 2007 with Carl Urban.
Wow.
He was a Viking left behind by his clan.
A Viking? Ooh, that sounds even cooler.
Ironically, that's what character I was in Pathfinder this week. I was a Viking. I was left behind by my clan. Huh, it's interesting.
So you were Carl Urban.
That was actually my character in it.
Your character name was Carl?
Yeah, Carl. Yeah, Mike, give us the news or listener feedback, whatever.
Yeah, it's bomb listener feedback brought to you by the the shitty American two-party political system, which once again gives you every 4 years a choice between a shit sandwich and a turd burger.
They're the same thing.
Exactly.
Which one tastes better this year?
Neither.
I'm going vegan.
You can still put a dress on a turd and it's still a turd.
I'm going for the one that doesn't have the bloody turd.
What? Help us out here.
Doug.
Number one fan?
Formerly known as. That's right. We always start out. So I always start out with this guy. You know, according to the news, all the changes that he's been doing is going to get put on hold until after the election.
What?
So there's hope for him yet. All right.
Yes.
I just got an email. This is him, not me. I just got an email reminder for AMC Theaters stating that the New Mutants will be in theaters August 28th.
I don't believe
Jeff, do you still think there is hope?
I hope so, because I already got my tickets.
Yeah, apparently you bought fake tickets now, because for a movie you're not going to be able to see for another 10 years.
Nope, it's coming out August 28th. I'll be there the 29th.
Rumor has it.
It will happen.
Did you with your one ticket purchase reserve the entire theater room?
Well, I bought 3 tickets because I'm going with family members. So.
Yeah.
You're gonna get there, and then they're gonna play X-Men Apocalypse, and it goes, "Sorry, New Mutants isn't coming out, so this is what we got."
Oh yeah.
No, it'll be Days of Future Past.
Oh.
Better than X-Men Apocalypse.
At least that one's decent.
I was watching on Disney Plus. They started adding the X-Men movies, and they're so random. It's like X-Men, the original one, Days of Future Past, and I'm like, what? You kind of skipped ahead there. And
First Class. I did watch part of First Class. I forgot.
I like First Class, but it was just funny. It's like I know it's all because of streaming deals and that, but it's just kind of funny. It's like, oh, Days of Future Past, yay!
Well, they added the Josh Trank Fantastic Four movie.
They did. Last week was Disney's. Sorry, this is a shitty week for releases. Here you go. We're just going to add them all up. Oh, and New Mutants.
But don't forget to pay $30 for your Mulan.
You know what? You can keep it though. If you pay $30, you do get to keep it for
as long as you still have a Disney Plus account.
But the best part is that there was an article. They said, what does this get you? Blah blah blah, all that stuff. And then they go, it does say in there that you'll be the first ones to get it up until it releases on Disney Plus for everyone. So it's like it's coming. It's going to be there. Yeah. And my wife's like, we can wait 6 months. We're not paying $30 for Mulan. So,
but then you own it forever until you cancel.
But if you were taking the kids to the theater, how much would it cost for you to buy a family of 5 tickets?
No, I get that. I don't know if I would be taking my kids to see this one though. My oldest would be fine. My 6-year-old, 6.5. It's rated PG-13, which is fine, but it seems a little more violent than the cartoon, and so I'm kind of interested to see how it looks.
I don't think it's more violent than the cartoon. I just think cartoon drawn violence is just not as real looking as real violence.
Yeah.
Acted violence.
I mean, she's watched all the Star Wars movies, but she still gets freaked out by Kylo Ren and Rey and Finn's fight in Force Awakens in the snow. So that's the only part in all the movies. She hasn't seen the 9th one, thank God. That she's been freaked out by. So she still has moments that she's a little, kind of timid.
She doesn't really missing out by Jar Jar Binks even existing?
No. So here's the best part is when they play Star Wars figures, all of them, they always put Jar Jar Binks in the prison in Jabba's palace. So it's great. They all know, even at that age. Even my 4-year-old's like, he's the annoying one, right? Yes, he is. So. So you really did get tickets already, Brian? Or what's your name, Jeff?
You called me Blake and Brian before. Yeah. They went on sale yesterday or today. We got them right before we started recording.
I would have chipped in if you rented out.
You're comfortable with going to the theater?
I am, as long as the people who are all going follow the rules. Then yeah.
What capacity is it at?
I I'm not sure if it's half or third.
Okay.
No seats on either side of your group are sold, so you're not sitting next to anybody. And as long as
this is heaven for me.
People keep their masks on until they're safely in their seats when they're eating and or drinking. Other than that, they're supposed to be masked up the whole time.
Gotcha. Okay. I feel like of all the movies to go back and see, first off, New Mutants is not my first choice. But good for you, Jeff. You do you, buddy. You do you.
So you're actually going to go this week and see Russell Crowe Unhinged.
No,
that's what you're going to go for.
Russell Crowe Unhinged, a documentary.
I think the movie that would pull me back is Tenet. Tenet would be one because it's that experience of the big screen, that type of movie. But I do want to see New Mutants. I really do. We've been waiting for so long.
Jurassic World 3 is going to be the one that brings me back.
So you're going to come back. So you're coming back in 2022?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It's not that's the movie that's going to bring you back. That's when you finally think it might be safe to go out again.
Safe.
What else we got, Blake?
All right. What else? What else do we have? We have also from Kevin at Cincy Explorer said, regarding your takeover of television network, I should say network television, here is mine. 8 p.m. Night Court. Okay. 8:30 The Office. 9 p.m. Seinfeld. 9:30 p.m. Cheers, and 10 p.m. The West Wing.
Someone likes their must-see Thursday a little too much.
This is our question from last week. I love this question. If you were given a night of network TV and you got to program it from anything in history, what would it be?
From 8 to 11 p.m.
8 to 11 p.m. And we did ours. I really like this question. We had some comments on Facebook at the History of Bad Ideas. Dev, the Psy guy, brought one in. 8 to 8:30, Mad About You. 8:30 to 9, The Critic. It Stinks. 9 to 9:30, MASH. 9:30 to 10, Golden Girls. And 10 to 11, Top Gear, the original UK cast. Brian.
Yeah,
Au,
the original Top Gear.
Yeah. Brian Auer had Night Court, MASH, Firefly, and Old School MacGyver. There you go. Let's see. Kevin Howden from 365 Flicks Podcast. He had Lost, and Lost from 8 to 11.
Oh, wow.
So
That jerk.
Thumbs up, Kevin. Thumbs up.
Chris Richardson had One Foot in the Grave. 8:30 is Blackadder Goes Forth. 9 o'clock is Father Ted. 9:30 is The In-Betweeners. 10 is Gavin and Stacey. Is that the one with like Sean back in the day? Like the old Jenna Elfman one?
No, you mean Dharma and Greg?
No, that was Ned and Stacy. My bad.
Jenna Elfman was in Dharma and Greg.
Oh, whatever Ned and Stacy was. That was awful.
No, that was what's his name from Wings? Lowell from Wings. Thomas Hayden Church. No, Gavin and Stacey is where what's his name? James Corden, I suppose, got his start or his break.
And 10:30 is Still Game. I don't know what these British shows are, but you know what, Chris? I think that's a fucking great cast lineup. Sure, I'm going with it.
I saw an episode of those shows.
Number one fan Doug thinks Chris was just making up names of shows. So
Gavin and Stacey does exist. I saw an episode of it.
I like that. I like that question a lot. It was a fun one. It was creative.
Can I bring back one of my favorite shows that got canceled too soon? Yeah. Space Above and Beyond.
Is that the one, the Paul Feig one?
That was the one where they had they were kind of like replicants. I forgot what they called them. They didn't call them replicants, but they were like space pilots.
Oh, no, that one.
And it was only on for I think a season, maybe 2.
Okay.
It was on Fox. Got canceled too soon.
You could tune it up with Firefly.
So that Firefly and got a good 2-hour block there, along with the original Battlestar Galactica, and we're good to go.
Next week, our question, I'm going to change the question up. You get the same question, 8 to 11, network TV, but you only can put in TV shows that were only on for one season.
Oh, that would be easy.
I could do that. So, there are a lot of shows I love that were only one season.
Blake, what else we got?
What else we got? We got from I've never heard of these people before. Amish Baby Machine Podcast.
I like the name.
Sounds like an industrial metal band.
Amish Baby Machine. Yeah, I could get into them.
That's cool. Maybe they can
Amish Baby Machine.
Send us an instant message. Don't send us an email. Who's Amish Baby Machine Podcast? I want to know. They say, what is the dumbest impulse you ever did?
Impulse buy.
Oh, good. Good thing I just read that. I was like,
Blake, he almost went home with Michael Stipe. That was his honest impulse. Could you get Michael Stipe to come on the virtual expo?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll see it. It's like, hey man, remember me?
I was
that one guy in the Globe that was drinking against the wall.
There's this thing online. You want to do it with us?
That's right.
He probably would. Sure, why not?
He's got nothing else going on. Probably
now. Blake, do you have one of these? Impulse buy was the dumbest one. We can come back to you.
Okay.
Jeff, you got anything?
I've been trying to think of this for the past couple days. I'm not the type of person that impulse buys much at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think. Because usually when I impulse buy, it's because it's something I really want. And if it made me happy even for a short period of time, then I'm happy.
So hookers are out. That was not a dumb impulse buy.
No, those are good impulse buys.
Okay, good call.
Maybe there was like a bad comic book I bought that, but I can't even think.
Rob Lakefield. How about Rob Lakefield comic book?
I bought a lot of those early Image comic books, so maybe.
Oh yeah, I have a ton of those. Now they're worth nothing, and you can't get rid of them.
I mean, they're good to use for kindling, so I got some kindling in my closet.
Maybe we could get Eric Larson on. What's he doing now?
Well, yeah, what's he got going on? I'm sure he could get on with us. Or
Rob Layfield. Tom McFarlane's still trying to make Spawn, the cartoon series, happen for the last.
Who did Shadowhawk?
Jim V something.
Yes, we could probably get him. I don't know what he's up to these days.
He doesn't know either.
Jim Lee at least still has a job.
Yeah.
I'm going to say my dumbest one. Oh, geez. Jim Valentino is a Shadow.
There you go. Yep.
I
have some of those issues.
That wasn't right.
Let's see. So my dumbest impulse buy was from Spencer's when I was 18 or whatever, 20 maybe. I don't even know.
Dildo?
And I got, what'd you say?
You bought a dildo?
No.
Oh.
That's not a dumb buy. Anyway, so what we got.
That's useful.
Yeah, come on, Jeff. This thing was pointless. It was a Beavis and Butthead sitting on a couch about 8 inches tall, and you put it on top of your TV, and you had a sensor in it. Every time you switched the TV channel, they would make a comment. And there's about 10
impulse buy. That sounds amazing.
That sounds
like a good deal, man. What are you complaining about?
Because it wouldn't read the remote 90% of the time. And then other times you could be like in the other room and it just starts talking. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? So that was the dumbest impulse buy I've ever had. That was awful. And
so you never bought the singing fish then?
I did for a gag gift for my dad for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
The Beavis and Butthead.
They sold that to you, and someone was sitting there. Someone bought it.
And I'm not even a Beavis and Butthead fan. Like I don't even know why I got it. So, damn you, Spencer. Brad, you got anything?
Man, I can't. I mean, I impulse buy too much, so I'm sure that there's something that I wished I didn't buy, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. I move on to the next one.
So just the opposite of me.
I do a lot of dumb impulse buys too. I gotta think of the other ones.
I mean, I used to before, I met my wife the first time when I lived in Colorado. She came out to visit me, and I used to every Tuesday I'd go whatever movies and buy like 5-6 movies. So we go to Target that day, and I have like the stack, and she's like, "Do you need all those?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, they all came out this week."
They're new movies. They're the new releases.
Yeah.
I have to get the Fantastic
So I probably have
Four.
plenty of those. Yeah.
I have to get
those G.I. Joe movies.
Oh. I don't even know. I think I'm having a stroke this week. Blake, do you have any impulse buys?
Is that a sign of COVID? Do you have COVID?
I don't
Memory
know.
loss? I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like every day they come out with something new. It's like, well, if you have this, you might have early signs of COVID.
If you have body hair, you have COVID.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
Whew, I'm safe.
Blake, you got anything? Or are you moving on?
I think he moved on.
Do you see Alyssa Milano posting in there about she's claiming COVID is making her hair fall out?
Yeah, I saw that because she had it back in March, I think. March or April.
Something weird. I thought her hair was falling out because of Trump.
Down the hall.
Past the bathroom.
I mean, come on now, get it right.
I will say, I really hope that COVID is somewhat under control by the time the election rolls around, just so we can record a podcast in person on election night. That's all I want.
Define in control, because apparently, depending on who you talk to, it's under control.
By Jason's
zero
standards.
Okay. My standards? Zero.
Well,
okay.
That's not going to happen.
Even New Zealand let me down. Damn you, New Zealand.
All my kids say now is, they can't do this or can't do that. And we're like, if that guy wouldn't have eaten a bat, we'd be fine.
I don't think that's scientifically proven yet.
I thought it was scientifically proven that he didn't actually eat a bat.
I'll be honest, Brad. Your kids sound more intelligent than 90% of the government, so I'm with you. Go for it. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Blake.
Yes. So there you go, Amish Baby Machine podcast. I hope we answered your question.
I'm gonna have to look up Amish Baby Machine now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, Amish Baby Machine. They're good people. We've been, at least I've been tweeting with them for years now. So.
Oh, there you go. So the secret's the cat's out of the bag. Okay.
It's actually Jeff in secret.
No, I can't take credit for their clever tweets.
There you go.
You know what? I already follow him, and I didn't even know it. Look at that.
There you go.
So apparently I've been following him for a while.
They voted G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I'm going to unfollow him now if they voted G.I. Joe.
Wait, what else you got, Blake?
From Dev, the big Psy guy. He said, what sport would be made better by requiring the athletes to get drunk first?
Every sport.
Every single one of them.
Specifically, figure skating.
Ooh.
How about couples figure skating?
Yes, pairs figure skating.
Pairs figure skating.
What about curling?
I think
I think drunk. Yeah, I think they actually might do well. If you want to see them do better, I mean, they might do better.
I was going to say synchronized swimming.
So you'd have to change it to unsynchronized swimming.
Unsynchronized swimming. Formula One racing.
Yeah.
It looks like a Mario
Kart, NASCAR, yeah, all that stuff.
Jason said
I would love
sport.
to see like AJ Foyt throwing a turtle shell out there. Dang it! I like Formula One race. I didn't go with that. So,
golf.
Good question.
I want to see him.
I've seen
Tiger get out there and just.
It's just not that impressive.
I'll be honest. You could have topless golfers, male and females, and I'm still not watching golf on TV. I'm still not. No. Bottomless,
sir,
maybe,
like
but
it.
not topless. No. Of course, golf has their highest ratings in the last couple of weeks because there's nothing else on. But yeah, they've had record viewership. Good for them. What else?
People like sport. There's a sport. Something we can watch it.
I've been watching Rubik's Cube Speed Cubers more. Been really excited about that.
Maybe we can get a Speed Cuber on our expo.
I don't think it would take much. You want to do a podcast? Sure.
Cup stackers. I think that's a sport that.
It is on ESPN too. Cup stackers.
Cup stackers. Yeah.
Stupid robot fighting. That's another one. What you got? What you got, Blake? What else?
Lost him again.
He's muted.
Like.
I'm on mute again.
Yep.
We're going to end it again with Professor Number One and Dr. Number One says, what fictional villains would make the best presidential / vice president ticket? I mean, other than what's real?
Yes. Yeah,
those aren't fictional villains. Those are real-to-life villains that are currently running for office.
I see. Okay. Well, yeah.
I'll throw out my ticket. Mm-hmm. I'm going The Wicked Witch of the West and Syndrome.
Oh, Syndrome is good because he's just an egotistical bastard. Okay. He's petty. He's very petty, so I could see that. Okay.
But he's doing his best to make everyone equal.
If
everyone's special, then nobody is.
That's true. That is true. I'm going to say I think Cruella de Vil could do good. Everybody would have a jacket.
Yeah, I think your people who like animals won't agree with that.
Well, then, to offset it, we could get the hunter that shot Bambi. So that would really get that. I think that would be good.
Bambi's mom?
Yeah,
Bambi
survived. Bambi's mom, sorry. Not in my version. Bambi got shot too. Fuck that deer. Blake, what do you got?
I thought
them.
What's his name? Xanax? What's his name?
Thanos?
Thanos, yeah.
I like Xanax.
I'd vote
better,
for him.
But okay.
I'd vote for him. I'm beginning to agree that we could probably do with half of everybody.
That's actually not a bad one. Who would be vice president with him?
That other guy,
That other guy.
The other guy that was supposed to be a bad guy but didn't get to be a big role of being a bad guy.
Steppenwolf?
Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
There you go, Thanos and Steppenwolf. There you go. Make it happen.
Yeah, there you go. We can make it a crossover, Marvel and DC.
There you go.
There you go. Cross-party aisles. I like it.
There you go.
Brady,
that way we'll get the MCU and the
DC
and the DC votes.
That's
the way.
Bringing it back to Spawn. What about the clown / Violator? You could kind of buy both in one right there.
Oh.
Not the one from the movie though.
Oh come on, John Leguizamo.
I don't want John Leguizamo sounding president.
Where he's all just like slobbering everywhere as he's.
You know what? I like that, but you could do the Violator and Pennywise, the clown. That gets double the clown vote. Double the clown. Kids would eat their vegetables. If not, Pennywise is coming to your house.
Violator, Pennywise. That is a good ticket. You're right.
I wouldn't vote against them. They would haunt me. You could even do Pennywise and Freddy Krueger because that could even help. I like that one.
Should we just throw out, Kodos and Kang together on the same ticket?
Don't blame me. I like that one. I like.
How about Bizarro? I mean, that's what we're living in right now, so might as well just go for.
So with
Solomon Grundy.
Oh, I like that. Bizarro and Solomon Grundy. They're about as intelligent as the government. So with Bizarro, would he tell you not to vote? Bizarro, no vote. I mean, technically, he's opposite.
I mean, isn't that kind of what we got right now?
Yeah, I think we have some people out there telling us not to vote.
But not number one fan Doug. He is on the front lines of the post office
Some people trying to shut down our way of life just so we can't vote. I don't know who, and I won't say names.
Palpatine?
Palpatine. He's come back.
He has unemployment on Alderaan at 0. Just saying.
You didn't know that he was just sitting in the background for 2 movies, just hanging back.
They did say that was the clone. It was not actual Palpatine. It was the clone of Palpatine. They came out and said it.
That's what
Can we just say the story? Can we just say the storyline is so bad that we shouldn't even discuss it?
Blake, what do you think? I feel like a good film is always when the producer or the director or the writer has to come out like a year later and explain what was going on in the background. I feel like that always makes a good film.
It does.
Sure.
It makes me just want to watch it again.
I got an idea. Why don't you make a trilogy, but then don't have the same writers and directors work on them in succession? There you go.
So like the original Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah.
That worked out pretty good.
Although you did have George Lucas sitting back there making sure it was going in the right direction.
I don't know if you want the same guy doing them all. Look at the prequels. I mean, that didn't work out. I mean, come on. Ugh. Let's see here. You got to stay Brad for this one here. Jeff, give me some News of the Geek music, intro, whatever.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
We got 2 for this is up Brad's alley. Per TMZ, the last remaining Blockbuster video store is being converted into an Airbnb for 3 nights only. Manager Sandy Hardings she sounds like a Scooby-Doo villain, is promoting the store with a once-in-a-lifetime experience which will allow you to stay in a makeshift living room smack bang in the middle of the store. Because nothing else is going on. Only 3 people will be given the opportunity to stay the night. And the crazy thing is that you only have to pay $4 for the privilege. The reason for that is because Harding wants to thank her local community for supporting the world's last Blockbuster video. And the rub is that you have to be a resident of Deschutes County to book yourself in that night. That's close. The overnight sleepovers are set to take place between September 18th and the 20th. With free pizza, Pepsi, candy, and popcorn will be included in that bargain $4 price tag. And plenty of movies to watch that night, too.
Yeah, I was reading a different thing where I suppose it was 3 nights, and then you can have up to 4 people per night. So yeah, and I'm like, $4, the cost of renting a movie, and yeah, it's like, that's cool. And then now
I do it for $4.
Read all this stuff about how only 3 people can get it, and you have to live in Deschutes County. I'm like, oh, I would have taken a vacation to go stay at the Airbnb in Bend, Oregon.
They probably could have offered this up for like thousands of dollars, and all kinds of people would have tried to jump on it.
Yep.
I'll be honest. I was thinking about renting out my backyard with a tent for $500. People just want to get the hell out of their own house right now. So
I don't think they want to go into your backyard, though.
Well, I'm not going to let them be in the backyard anyways, but you know me.
You just said you were going to rent it out.
I don't have that. It'd probably be about 20,000. I could do it for 20. I would do this as long as I'm on the first night. As long as I'm September 18th, I would do this. Just so I don't have to follow anyone else. I don't feel like Blockbuster would...
I'm sure they thoroughly clean up there in Oregon before the next night, especially for $4. I mean, they're paying their staff big for that.
I don't trust Sandy Harding at doing this. I just don't. I really don't.
They pay him with the leftover pizza and Pepsi that you don't consume the night before. I wonder if it's that Little Caesars 2-pack pizza that came wrapped in the paper.
I do declare that I do miss Blockbuster Video. I do miss the video stores.
I totally do.
Some still exist. No, not Blockbusters, but some video.
Family
Video. I mean, they're 2 blocks from my house. Well, 4 blocks from my house.
Family Video, they still make it. They still make it work. I do miss like going in on a Friday night and just looking at the movies. Now you look at Netflix, I'm like, I still don't know what I'm looking at.
I stare at Netflix for an hour and a half and then watch nothing.
The average
you flip through Netflix and go, okay, well, let's see what Prime has. Oh, look, they have a lot of the same stuff. I'm going to look at Hulu. Oh, look, they have a lot of the same stuff too.
The fact that I actually
why am I paying for all these?
And watch what happened to Monday surprises the hell out of me, because normally it's, I'd like to watch that sometime. Not now.
Yeah, I'll come back to this one. Or you put it in your watch list and never come back.
Yeah.
They said the average time a person scrolls through Netflix looking for something is 20 minutes. The average time.
I raised that.
Yeah, I go longer.
Hence the reason we watched Friends with Kids this past week, because my wife and I kept scrolling. She's like, just pick something. I was like, okay, let's go with that.
That's it. We watched Murder Mystery the other day, the Adam Sandler movie.
I watched 10
because we were just flipping and we're like, we want something funny. So we start flipping through comedies. We're like, what about this one? Okay. How was it? It was enjoyable. It was okay.
Okay.
I didn't even get into the brunt of the story. I wanted something to pull me in right away, and it didn't. Yeah. So I turned it off.
It's an Adam Sandler movie, a current Adam Sandler movie. You know, kind of what you're going to get now.
Come on, just a funny right off the bat, make me laugh. Even that terrible Michael Bay movie from last year.
Extraction?
That was bad.
Not Extraction.
It was the Ryan Reynolds one, the Six Underground.
Six Underground. At least that started out with, boom, here you are. So at least it started out drawing you in.
And then it got really bad. And you're like, why did I sit here for 2+ hours?
But it drew me in, and I watched it for 2 hours.
Jeff, the Old Guard. Watch the Old Guard. Just watch it.
That one's good.
That was good.
You talked about that one a couple weeks ago.
Project Power isn't too bad.
I want to see that one. I was watching a lighthearted TV show. We started back up season 2 of Ozark. Really lighthearted. Really lighthearted. Not so much. And finally,
so how is your Ozark coming along?
we're on episode 3 of season 2. Okay. Ozark will be we will be completed by next Tuesday of season 2. So my wife and I will binge it all.
No way.
I do want to say if any of you, I would tell you to subscribe for the 7-day free trial to Apple TV Plus just to watch Mythic Quest, because it is so funny.
I heard it was.
Things about, or I heard it. It sounded like something I really wanted to watch when I first heard about it. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, it's really good.
Apple TV, huh?
I would rather spend money on that than Quibi.
Does anybody even watch Quibi?
Brian,
our intern Hackney actually does have a subscription to it. 72,000 people have a subscription to it.
Yeah, the intern's required to have it. We made him get it.
Okay.
So they're pretty close to pushing Disney Plus out of ranks there.
Yes,
they're gaining on them quickly.
The problem with Quibi is that they take IOUs for payment, so they're really not making money on it right now.
Especially after we flooded the IOU market.
Yes.
The IOUs aren't worth as much as they used to before we came around.
I know. Good news is everyone's getting 1,200 IOUs next month, so we'll get that out there.
Perfect.
Let's see. Last thing here for news. Again, per Screen Rant. Again, this is another crappy thing. Justice League. Oh, can't wait for Justice League. Zack Snyder cut. Can't wait. Woo! Oh my God, I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
This coming weekend, be ready for DC Fandom. You're gonna get another look of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I'm as excited for that.
He's releasing something this weekend.
He's teased to say that we're gonna get more look into it.
But we don't know what that means.
Yeah, just like James Gunn is supposedly going to give us a little look into the Suicide Squad this weekend too.
The Batman is going to be shown. They're going to show his origin story, which has never been before seen on film.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. I've heard like something happens to his parents and like he just.
I've never seen it. Blake, do you know anything about Batman's origin story?
Does it have something to do with Joker? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's time travel, but I'm not sure.
I think it was something that isn't the Joker like his brother, and they were gonna.
I think so
yeah, okay.
I can't wait. That and I can't wait to see Superman's mustache and beard in Zack Snyder's.
I mean, you know how excited I am about the Snyder Cut. That is the one thing that would get me in the. If they put that in the theater, that would get me in the theater tomorrow.
I don't know if I'd be willing to die for Zack Snyder's Justice League. New Mutants I wouldn't either, but at least I would pick that above Justice League. Let's see. So, per Screen Rant, Justice League actor Ray Fisher, who played Victor Stone Cyborg in the movie last week, he accused the former head of DC Entertainment, Jeff Johns, of threatening his career. Though DC Extended Universe fans had high hopes for Justice League.
Let's say before the tragedy in Zack Snyder's, with his family, and then Joss Whedon came and just completely gutted the movie. Like, there were high hopes for Justice League.
Yeah, because
I still find that hard to believe there were high hopes for it after watching
Batman v
Superman, and Man of Steel.
Yeah, my hopes were very high because I love both of those movies.
I think we may have to have another podcast do the expo with us. I don't know if I can handle this. The film ended up being a disappointment. It underperformed at the box office. Many criticized its story, villain, and, the film. The result was partly chalked up to Joss Whedon finishing the movie after director Zack Snyder departed from the project.
Finishing or redoing.
He made changes during reshoots that altered the final result from Snyder's original vision. Many Justice League actors, especially Fisher, have championed Snyder and his mission to release his cut of the film, which will debut next year on HBO Max. However, in the process of voicing his support for Snyder, Fisher discussed serious issues he claims he experienced, particularly after Snyder departed. Last month, he slammed Whedon for his, quote, gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable, unquote, treatment of the cast and crew. In the same tweet, Fisher claimed Whedon was enabled by Johns and producer John Berg. Last week, Fisher mentioned John specifically in a new message posted on Twitter. Good way to air your grievance. And he discusses an interaction that took place in John's office. Quote, during the LA reshoots for Justice League, Jeff Johns summoned me to his office to belittle and admonish me and my agents' attempts to take grievances up the proper chain of command. He then made a thinly veiled threat to my career. This behavior cannot continue, unquote. Whedon and Johns have not responded to the comments, but Berg did after his initial accusation. He denied the claims and claimed Fisher was bothered about being asked to say "Booyah," which is Cyborg's catchphrase in the animated series Teen Titans and its spinoff Teen Titans Go. Cyborg is awesome on Teen Titans. The whole cast is. I love Teen Titans. Fisher's claim that John's threatening his career is arguably the biggest takeaway from the latest accusation, one of the most definitive statements he's made. So there you go.
Well, he really hasn't made any definitive statements. That's my problem is he says, he was unprofessional and just leaves it at that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, somebody's unprofessional might be somebody else's. He was being mean.
Did he have a career to threaten to take away? Like, I didn't know. I mean,
well, he threatened his future career.
I'm still not sold. And I like Cyborg, and I didn't think Ray Fisher did bad. But let's see.
I mean, it was. I agree that that's probably Ray Fisher and Cyborg's performance in the Justice League we got wasn't good because I will agree that was probably Joss Whedon just making that character terrible.
He was up for the role of Finn, and it went to John Boyega. So there you go. That's kind of interesting.
Sure.
Blake, sure.
But we're getting to Zack Snyder's Justice League next year, so I can stop messaging you about it. Oh no, I won't.
No.
Instead, I'll send you pictures of Steppenwolf. We get more Steppenwolf. His design's changed.
At this point, going to get Darkseid, aren't we?
We're going to get Darkseid.
Okay to that.
I'll be honest. I'd rather have the band Steppenwolf as the bad guys right now.
They're cool. Heavy Metal Thunder.
Ray Fisher, his movies. Next one coming out is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Nothing else after that.
That's because they're threatening his career.
He was in True Detective, 8 episodes. He was Henry Hayes. He was in Justice League, Batman v Superman. Was he in that? Oh, he was at the end, wasn't
he? Yeah. The when you were looking
clips.
at the clips on the computer of the other supers they found.
And he was in the Astronaut Wives Club for 1 episode in 2015. So,
how about we do a special virtual expo, and we're going to screen Batman v Superman in Jason's backyard?
No, can't do that.
I did watch Wonder Woman over the weekend, and I saw it again. It was on TV. I really enjoyed that film. It's
really good. I didn't like the in-fight, but other than that...
The third act is where...
My daughter, who I was debating on Mulan, I guess it wouldn't matter. She did watch Wonder Woman with me, and that had a lot of violence in it, so... well, maybe it's... Yeah, I didn't like that the main bad guy was an actual god. Like, I wish it was just, like, not a physical form. I wish it was just something else they could have done. But I really enjoy... And when she walks across that battle line and just starts taking everybody out...
Oh, yeah, No Man's Land?
Oh,
that was
my
awesome.
God.
That scene is awesome.
That's
because she's no man.
She isn't. So, I love that. I love that scene. So, I will say that's one good DC film along with...
No.
Aquaman.
I was going to say, what are your thoughts on Aquaman?
It was okay. It was long. It was too long.
Yeah, Aquaman wasn't as good as I wanted. Actually, their entire handling of Black Manta was terrible. And
which is sad because Black Manta's an awesome character.
They gotta keep him in the background. Wait for the sequel.
Well, they could have just hinted at him instead of the scene fighting him in Italy was terrible.
Terrible.
But we will agree to disagree.
No, we won't.
I was shocked that Nicole Kidman was alive. Oh my God, I was shocked by it.
Like in real life or just in the movie?
In real life. No, I gave it a C. I was like, it was enjoyable enough. I would watch it if it's on TV, like on cable, but it's nothing I would go out of my way to see again.
That's the thing about Wonder Woman I've noticed is I really don't have a desire to rewatch it. Like when it comes on, I'll start watching it, and then I kind of get bored with it.
Wonder Woman's good. What are you going to say, Blake?
How can you get bored watching Wonder Woman?
I know. Gal Gadot.
But the problem I had with the Aquaman movie was like the reverse scuba gear that all the Atlantans wore to jump up and around on the dry land. That was kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Well, how else would you do it?
Yeah. That's their abyss suits where they're breathing
I'd
liquid.
make it completely different. I'd probably rewrite the whole movie. There you go.
I like Shazam better than Aquaman. I think I like Shazam better.
I agree 100% with that.
I didn't really care for Shazam. It was okay.
I thought Shazam was fun. It wasn't serious. It was fun. I don't know. I don't care about the character except for, like Blake said, it's a pedophile that's stealing kids in the van in the 70s show. I mean,
in Winnebago.
That's right. My bad.
It's a different take on Shazam.
That's another thing. The DC fandom. We're gonna. The Rock's gonna be there talking about Black Adam.
And the animated show Superhero Pets. Did you see that?
No.
There's a cartoon Superhero Pets with kryptonite and like
Crypto?
And Crypto. Sorry.
Batmite.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think of other.
I don't know if they showed all of them. But yeah, it's coming out.
Gleek, is Gleek going to be there?
Gleek's
got to be in it. It's got to be Gleek. Gleek. Gleek.
Hold on.
Gleek.
Look at us pushing this DC fandom when we should be pushing the Paper Street Virtual Expo hosted by HOBI and the Cinema Guys.
That would be good. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
That was all right. Let's keep people entertained while Jason looks something up.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Yeah. Crypto. Hold on. Here we go. It's called Super Pets. Let's see here. It looks like it's going to be rumored are Crypto, Streaky the Super Cat. I don't know who that is.
Is that Flash's cat or something?
Oh, God.
It's fastest cat alive.
Beppo the Super Monkey.
You
want to know who that is?
No
Damian
Blake.
Wayne's dog Titus. And just for Blake, one rumor is Aquaman's seahorse Storm. It can't go anywhere.
Yay.
No, none of the pets can interact with it because they can't go underwater.
Maybe they'll put the suit on him so he can come out and interact with the other
there
pets.
You go.
I don't even know what to say. That's awesome. It does look cute though. I mean, it's like the Teen Titans animated type of style. It is Batman's dog is in it, whatever that name is. And they have a Robin. That's a Robin. Oh God.
A bird, an actual bird.
Yes.
You know, Batman shouldn't have a pet dog. You should have a pet bat.
In this day and age, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, so
Batman's dog.
the guy ate his bat, and
Oh, that's why we got COVID.
yeah.
That is not true. Anyways,
Hey, isn't that the origin story for the Batman? He ate a bat.
He ate a bat.
That's it.
That's how he turned into it. Okay.
That was actually Thanos' plan: is to get somebody to eat a bat so he could just wipe out half of everything,
or half of America.
It's Ace the Bat Hound.
Ace the Bat Hound. That's what it is.
He's a German Shepherd.
Jeff,
Yes.
let me give you some box office music here. Dun 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 dun. Box office news.
Box office. Nobody goes to the movies.
Oh,
some people do, because number one this week, the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, made $900,000 in its opening weekend on a $60 million budget. So if it keeps this up in 2 years, it'll make its money back.
Well, didn't CBS All Access purchase this to put it exclusively on their streaming service when it comes out?
Did they?
I believe so.
My 4-year-old son has been hooked on looking for this, like watching this film, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
We're gonna have to subscribe to CBS All Access.
I may because they have a.
You can't find it anywhere because you didn't go to the movie.
That's true. I didn't.
Instead, you took him to the bar.
I did. The brewery. It's the same thing. What else, Jeff?
Number 2 this week, The Tax Collector made $203,722.
David
total.
He sounds like a shitty tax collector.
Yeah, really. Well, it all depends.
I mean, it is Shia LaBeouf, so he might not be good at his job.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaDouche.
Every time his name comes out, I always have to sing Actual Cannibal.
Thank you.
You saw that thing, didn't you?
No.
Oh, my God. Well, now I'm going to have to send you that thing.
At least that thing. Come sail away.
Send you the thing.
Anyway, number 3, The Rental made $78,000, a total of $1,326,641 on an unknown budget.
I'll wait till it comes to Blockbuster.
It's an okay movie.
The Big Ugly made $24,000, a total of $504,133 on an unknown budget. And Made in Italy made $21,000, a total of $73,332 on an unknown budget. Special note.
Mm-hmm.
Killer Raccoons 2, Dark Christmas in the Dark has made a total of $5,712
on a $20 budget.
Yeah, we're in talks to get them on the show. So shut up there, Brad. They did
might have
reach
been a
out to
$20
us.
budget.
I am in no association with HOBI. If you're listening, my opinion was my own.
They did reach out to us. And I would like to get them on.
So, yeah, Jason, get them on.
I will.
Do what you have to do.
I've had nothing to do, so sure, I'll just do that.
You can get him a slot on the expo.
Oh, you know what? I could.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm on it. Okay. What about the real expo? The physical expo? The Cincinnati Comic Expo, which is not associated with this expo we're talking about, but the Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 17th through the 19th at the Duke Energy Convention Center. Get your tickets next year at CincinnatiComicExpo.com.
That is of 2021.
2021. So Hobie will be there.
We'll be there.
Cinema guys will be there. Cinema guys. Blake will not be. He's busy that weekend.
And my internet's going to be down.
A special appearance by the Cinemaiden at it next year, but we'll see.
Ooh.
So
it's too early to tell. I mean, it's a ways off.
So people, if you want the Cincinnati Comic Expo to happen next year, wear a fucking mask.
Yes.
If you do that, we can have an expo. We can have nice things again. We can.
We can go to football games. We can go to movies without fearing for our lives.
Yeah. So wear a fucking mask so we can have the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Anyways, moving on. Jeff, what's upcoming August 21st?
Upcoming August 21st, we have Tesla.
Visionary inventor Nikola Tesla fights an uphill battle to bring his revolutionary electrical system to fruition, then faces hornier challenges with his new system for worldwide wireless energy.
Starring
Ethan Hawke, Eve Hewson, Kyle MacLachlan, and Ethan Lithgow. Oh, Jim Gaffigan.
Oh.
So there you go.
That actually might be one I'd be interested in seeing.
Jim Gaffigan is in this. Is he going to be like, as he's trying to get his machine, is he going to be like, hey, Tesla, would you like a Hot Pocket?
Why is he
Maybe we could use your electricity to make Hot Pockets.
Why is Tesla doing that? I don't get it. Who's this guy?
All right, I might have to see that now.
So do you think he's going to be a better Tesla than David Bowie?
Can anybody outshine David Bowie?
Yes.
Honestly.
What?
Yes. Piece of shit.
I'm not even talking Labyrinth. He didn't play Tesla in Labyrinth. What Labyrinth were you watching?
The Tesla Labyrinth film? I think I explained that to you right there.
Labyrinth 2.
Yeah. Electric Tesla?
Boogaloo.
No, Electric Tesla. It's in the title, Jeff. I told you.
Also coming up this week, we have The Pale Door.
Hold on, I'm writing out a title. Okay. After a botched train robbery, two brothers leading a gang of cowboys must survive the night in a ghost town, inhabited by a coven of witches.
Cowboys, ghosts, and witches. I like it.
I just watched a trailer for it the other day. It looks... I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by it.
It has the biggest name out there, Devin Druid. I don't know who that is. Natasha Bassett, Zachary Knighton, Stan Shaw, and that's about it. I don't care. Moving on. Is it going to be better than Cowboys and Aliens? Because that was a piece of shit.
I just actually rewatched that a couple weeks ago.
I have not seen that, and I still kind of do want to see it.
It's not bad, I will say.
It's on HBO Max, if anyone has that.
Oh.
Not regular HBO?
Oh, I don't know. I only deal in HBO Max because
we don't deal in HBO Max because
I gotta have my HBO Max ready to go when Zack Snyder's Justice League drops.
When HBO Max, lets us get HBO through Amazon or Roku, maybe we'll get HBO Max. But
it will probably, yeah. It's very limited right now.
Hey, Blake, do you have drinks next to you like Intern does whenever I mispronounce something? He takes a drink?
I have a Perrier.
Get ready to drink. Go ahead, Jeff. What's the next one?
The next one is The Real Exorcist.
Okay. A Tokyo waitress.
Not the fake one.
Nope, not the fake. A Tokyo waitress uses her supernatural powers to help those who are troubled by spiritual phenomenon. She gradually gets involved in a series of serious matters, eventually facing a fierce battle with the devil.
Phenomenon.
Okay. You ready?
Phenomenon.
It
stars
Fumuka Shimuzi, Arianama Oriya, Ryuichi Ohara, Joe Hyegu, Yoshiyama Ashaka Waka.
Waka waka.
Damn it! And Sawa Masaki. So there you go. That wasn't horrible for me.
Masaki, that one I'm pretty sure you pronounced right.
Yeah. I'm not making fun of the names. I just can't talk. And I can't
You can't pronounce English names, so
No.
other language names.
He has a tough time saying Jason Brigger from time to time. So
I've been calling you guys the wrong names half the episode.
Yeah.
And I think Blake's now drunk. So.
Otto's Perrier.
Yes.
Actually, I'm just pretty gassy.
Oh.
We also have Unhinged.
2020 American thriller film directed by Derek Borte.
Starring the one and only
Russell
Crowe.
Crowe. Film follows a young woman who is harassed by a seemingly unstable stranger following a road rage incident. Oh, it's this one. So it actually is the Russell Crowe documentary. Okay, good. He throws a phone at her. He's okay.
I feel like, we've never seen this type of movie before.
No.
Road rage, someone chasing them with their car, truck, whatever it is. It is a completely original idea.
We haven't seen it with Russell Crowe, though.
Joyride.
It's true.
It does have Jimmy Simpson in it from Westworld.
Jimmy Simpson is cool. Who was I talking to? I know somebody who knows Jimmy Simpson.
Is it a different Jimmy Simpson?
No. It was, okay. One of the guys I play D&D with on Thursdays, he's friends with Jimmy Simpson's brother.
Oh. That was a good pull. That was the worst story I've ever heard.
I didn't say it was a good story.
I'd rather listen to Blake going into the women's restroom.
No, you wouldn't, because my story was at least short.
Yeah, but Blake at least has intrigue. Yours was, I had a
story you're about to hear is not good, but it is short.
Okay. What else we got?
Hey,
Jeff?
my story could have ruined my life, okay?
It could have. Instead, you chose HOBI. That made it worse.
I know.
You chose poorly.
Go ahead, Jeff, whatever your name is. Let's get through some of these here.
We have Stage Mother.
Worlds collide when a Texas church choir director inherits her late son's drag queen club in San Francisco.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Who's in it?
Adrian Grenier.
Vinny Chase.
I was going to say Devil Wears Prada, Grenier, but Jackie Weaver, Lucy Liu, Jackie Beat, Maya Taylor, and Callum McDonald.
I didn't even know some of those people. Yeah.
That actually sounds fun. I would be intrigued by that. Okay. What else we got?
Also, we have Inception's 10th anniversary.
It's a crap film. Moving on.
One of the best movies ever made is coming out for its 10th anniversary. Before 10
big screen.
Come out.
We got a spinning top. Oh, goody. Blah. It's a dream inside a dream inside a dream inside a dream. I had a dream.
One of Christopher Nolan's best films.
One of USA's best films.
I'm sorry, Brad, were you talking?
I agree with both statements. Be quiet, Jason.
I'm sorry.
Also coming out, we have Desert One.
Desert One. That's Dessert One.
I'd rather have Dessert.
Desert One?
One O-N-E, not W-O-N. So.
Filmmaker Barbara Koppel, daughter of Ted Koppel, examines a failed U.S. military operation to rescue hostages in Tehran, Iran in 1980.
Oh, this is a documentary.
Yeah. Stars Jimmy Carter, Walter Mondale, and Ted Koppel.
I know how that ends. Spoiler alert.
Well, it doesn't. It says in the summary too. Spoilers there. That didn't work. What else, Jeff?
We have Cutthroat City.
Let's see here. When Hurricane Katrina devastates New Orleans, 4 desperate friends band together to pull off a daring heist in the heart of the city. Wasn't this a couple weeks ago? We talked about that.
Is it like it's Hurricane Heist 2?
We mentioned that joke too. It was Hurricane Heist.
Hurricane Heist 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Which is an absolutely awful movie.
Really?
I've seen it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was good because I was a little intrigued by Hurricane Heist.
It was supposed to come out July 31st, and it got pushed back to this week.
Really? They pushed those back?
Yep.
I wonder why.
I don't know. We also have words on the bathroom walls.
Let's see here.
We do have words on the bathroom walls.
Diagnosed with a mental illness during her senior year of high school, a witty, introspective teen struggles to keep it a secret while falling in love with a brilliant classmate who inspires him to open his heart and not be defined by his condition. Stars Charlie Plummer, Taylor Russell, Anna Sophia Robb.
I heard her.
Andy Garcia.
Heard of him.
Walter Goggins.
Heard it. Walter or Walton?
Walton.
Oh, okay.
It's his brother Walter. No, I know his brother Walter, but I don't know Walton. Molly Parker and Beth Grant. So there you go.
So is this like a new 2020 version of The Notebook? Instead of an actual notebook, you were writing the story on the bathroom walls?
It is showing at the Showcase Cinemas in Springdale on Thursday, August 20th at 7:15. The only showing.
On Thursday? Oh.
Yeah.
Can't make it Thursday.
I have plans on Thursday. I can't.
I like the director's name, Thor Freudenthal. Thor Freudenthal. There you go.
Be on the lookout. I think Thor Freudenthal is going to be one of the best directors in the next coming years.
Can I throw in a movie that people should go out and should rent that is really fun?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
There is a new
local Blockbuster.
Your local, you might be able to find it at local Blockbuster, but it's a horror comedy called Uncle Peckerhead, and it is it's one of the most fun movies I've seen in a while. It's a 3-piece punk band that is touring like their first tour across the country, and they get this older guy named Peckerhead to kind of roadie and drive them around. But every night at midnight, he turns into a flesh-eating demon for 13 minutes.
I think this is one we had talked about at one point in the past.
Hilarity ensues, and it is a good movie. I highly recommend it.
Is it the sequel to Pecker?
No. And after you watch it, you can listen to the Cinema Guys interview the director of the film.
Ooh.
My grandpa used to use that term Peckerhead all the damn time.
And that's how, I don't want to give that joke. Well, I already gave that joke away, but that's how he says his name. He goes, "That's what my daddy used to call me." And so that's what he thought his name was.
I was going to ask, what age and generation that comes from, because, I don't think I've heard anybody else use the word, Peckerhead other than my grandfather. So
yeah.
That would be a good top 5, insults that people don't use anymore, but that could be bad. Just realize that probably not.
You could paint yourself in quite the corner with that one.
Instead of necessarily insults, how about colorful phrases of time gone by?
I don't know if that's still good.
I said, "Good day, sir."
I have been watching a lot of Andy Griffith's show lately, so maybe I can pick some up from there.
There you go, because
there you go.
You got your herpes debate from watching Andy Griffith's show.
Real quick,
it's amazing you bring up Andy Griffith's show, because I actually saw a news article that said Andy Griffith's show ruined these people's careers, and I was like, I almost wanted to read that article.
Really?
Yeah.
The one of the episodes I watched today was Aunt B was running for city council, and it was a scandal. Like, should she do it or not?
Scandalous.
Whoa.
Scandalous. Was she running on the defund the police platform?
Yes, she was.
Aunt
Aunt
B is an unmarried homemaker. Should she be allowed to run for city council?
Sorry, Andy, you're fired.
Andy,
Barney's in charge of this. Barney's a
wait a minute here, Aunt B.
Oh, poor
got
Andy.
no cotton picking right.
The other one that I saw was
I said, "Good day, sir."
We got a jumper on the bridge. Hey, Barney, go talk him down. I'm sure that would work out well with Barney. No, the other one
would work out well with Barney. He was only allowed to carry one bullet. I mean, he was saving money for the police department right there.
The other episode I was watching was that Aunt B really likes this guy, this older guy. Well, she's older too, and she was upset because she didn't want to tell him that she had a wig. She wears a wig. That was a big episode. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you make fun of Mask.
Yeah, I do.
Well, he is making fun of Andy Griffith. So
Okay.
I do like Andy Griffith, though. It's really nice. I love the show.
Yeah, that Opie kid never amounted to anything, did he?
No. His brother did, though. Clint Howard, much better.
Yeah.
I wonder if Opie ever had kids.
I don't know.
Opie or the actor who portrayed him?
Oh, I think Opie was sterile from going to that fishing pond. There was something going on in that fishing pond. There was no way he was having kids.
Oh yeah, that fishing pond was the water right next supplying the to the
mercury. Supplying all the mercury in there.
The nuclear power plant they were built outside of town.
Okay, we're going to top 5 right now. Brad, would you like to stay around, or you gotta go?
I don't have anywhere to be.
Top 5 on the fly. Or
I was gonna go watch G.I. Joe, but you know what? I'll stick around instead.
That is a winning combination right there, G.I. Joe. Let's see here. Top 5 favorite movies about school. Top 5 favorite movies about school. Now, Brad, did you do
Skull?
Yeah.
School or skull?
No, not
chewing
skull,
tobacco.
not the chewing tobacco.
What? Now I gotta change my whole top 5.
So, Brad, you were an impromptu guest here. So, did you have any top 5s on this one?
About school? Well, off the top of my head, I'll say Clueless.
Okay, that's your number 5. There you
go.
Hold
Number
on.
5.
There's your number 5. Yeah, now we'll give you time to come up with 4 more.
All right. That was the first one that came to my mind. So,
let's see. Jeff, what's yours?
My number 5 is Dead Poets Society.
Very good. I like that one.
Good choice.
Makes me tear up every time I watch it. Right there.
Okay.
Tear.
Number 5 for me is Can't Hardly Wait. Ethan Embry, Jennifer Love Hewitt. I watched that last night, and then I fell asleep at the end, or last half of it. So when I was working today, I had it on in the background. I really enjoyed Can't Hardly Wait. It happens over one night at a party. Ethan Embry of the famous Dragnet TV show with Ed O'Neill.
That's what the role you're picking him out for.
He's going to be on my network next week for one season wonders. Dragnet.
Yeah. Jennifer, love me some Hewitt.
Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt was awesome.
You watched that, then you're allowed to go to bed. I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
I will say, you know what? After everything, it still holds up. It's still funny. Seth Green's in it. You still want to punch him, but he's funny.
No!
It is pretty good.
It
It
is.
made me think of one that's not on my list.
What's that?
A movie that's not on my list.
Oh, okay.
You're talking
Can't
made
Hardly
me
Wait?
think of something. No, I've never seen that.
Can't Hardly Wait. Yeah, man, you can never go wrong with Jennifer Love Me Hewitt.
Nope.
Man, there's all there is to it.
I'll just have to throw that on my honorable mentions.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 5 for you, Blake.
Other than like the John Cusacks and the John Hughes movies and all the other, recency bias movies you can come up with, I tried to find movies that are good, that people would have to go, oh yeah, that one. And other than saying what would be on everybody other's top 5 list. So this would be, hopefully when you come out with your first top 5 list, you would sit there and go, oh yeah, let me go. That's a good movie. I need to watch it again.
Oh, I need to change my list because I didn't think of what Blake said. That's the response you want, right?
Well, you do whatever you like. I'm this is how I kind of try to make it difficult for myself.
Okay.
But so I got two of them here. I'm hobbying my number 5s,
Okay.
right off the bat. I mean, anybody that's listened to the podcast know that I would probably put like Private School #1. So I didn't put that on my list. Betsy Russell. But anyways.
Nipsey Russell.
Yeah. For you, yeah.
Nippy Russell?
Nipsey. Nipsey, not Nippy.
But his version
quite
was
a
Nippy
chasm.
Russell.
There's quite a chasm between Betsy Russell, Nipsey Russell, and some Nippy of Russell. Okay.
So what's your number 5?
And if you've seen Private School, you understand what
He can
I'm
keep
saying.
talking. It's giving me time to fill out my list.
All right, so here we go. I hope he did hear first. It's a tie between 1999's Election that had Reese Witherspoon, because I think everybody's been to high school with a person like Reese Witherspoon's character in this. And I liked it because Matthew Broderick's character is a jerk and you don't like him.
So real life.
I haven't been to high school with a character like with someone who's like.
You went to an all boys high school, Jeff.
I know, and none of them were women.
Well,
Blake, when I was going this list, I thought Election would be on your list. I figured Election was on there.
You are correct, and it's tied with Bring It On, the 2000 teen cheerleading comedy with Kirsten Dunst, Eliza Dushku, Jesse Bradford, Gabrielle Union. The only thing missing from this movie was Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Didn't we talk about that last week, Jason?
You did?
So,
yeah,
I was on last week.
You were on last week. Because Jason's like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about that. We spent like 5 minutes talking about Bring It On.
I didn't forget.
It's already been brought.
Well, it was 2000 movies. Yeah, that was on.
Blake, what's your number 4?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So my number 4, I hope he them again.
Of course.
And this has a similar theme. The first one is Just One of the Guys. From 1985 teen comedy film. Where Joyce Heiser disguises herself as a guy, and then she's the man. Almost kind of like the same thing, 2006, except later it's ripping off William Shakespeare, and it's got Amanda Bynes, Channing Tatum.
Amanda.
Takes.
I remember the VHS cover in the local video store of Just One of the Guys. It's the girl. She's in the locker room with a towel around her, and she has the 2 football helmets over her breast.
Yes,
I remember
she's
that.
doing it undercover for a news article. But actually, it is also kind of like another ripoff of William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night.
Yep.
So what is the theme here?
My number 4 is Bring It On, and because I just remembered. And
are you sure it wasn't any? You can Hobie that and say and all the straight to video sequels.
No, God, no.
Even the ones with Hayden Panettiere.
No.
Ooh.
Save the cheerleader. And I Hobied it with American Pie 1 and 2. I really enjoyed
Hayden in my panettiere.
What? What's going on? I'm going American Pie 1 and 2 because I really enjoyed the films.
All right.
You're including the second one?
I like the second one.
I mean, The Naked Mile is better than it.
I like the second one.
I couldn't understand how they could top American Pie. I'm sorry. Sequels, no.
Second one's not that great, but I enjoyed it. It's a fun movie to watch.
Okay.
There's scenes.
Sure, why not? When you're drinking and there's nothing else on TV.
Jeff, number 4.
My number 4, I'm heading to college. I'm going to Port Chester University in PCU.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Ah, yeah.
I love that movie.
That makes
Little
me
do we
laugh.
know it was foreshadowing what was to come.
David Spade? Can you blow me where the Pampers is?
PCU's good. I enjoy it enough.
And that's where I first learned who. Now I forgot his name.
Jeremy
Iron Man director. No.
Oh, Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau.
That's where I first learned Jon Favreau from.
Brad, what's your number 4?
Well, my number 4, my college is the South Harmon Institute of Technology with Accepted.
Great film. Would you like to buy my wiener? He's got the hot dogs. That's a good movie. I really enjoyed that one too.
That was one of those that I wasn't sure when I saw it, and when I sat down and watched it, I was like, you know what? This movie is actually pretty good. Really
that was
funny.
Jonah Hill, right?
Jonah Hill and Justin Long.
Yeah.
Yep. So okay. What's your number 3?
My number 3, I'm gonna go a little more serious and go with School Ties.
Oh.
Fraser.
Yeah. That's where Ben Affleck and Matt Damon got their start.
Matt Damon. Jeff, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Easy A.
That's a honorable mention for me. Really like that.
That is one of my favorite all-time school-related movies. And
wait, I was adopted?
Who told you?
I love that line. Let's see here. My number 3.
She spells out twat in her P's.
My number 3 is, where is it? Rodney Dangerfield, Back to School. Love Back to School.
That was on my big list of honorable mentions. Yes.
Yeah, that would be an honorable mention.
It's very well done and pretty damn funny. So
and Robert Downey Jr.
He is in it. Greatest dorm room ever that they have.
Hey, why don't you come see me when you have no class?
I like Sam Kinison was the English teacher or the history teacher. Face down in the mud. Blake, what's your number? Blake, what's your number 3?
My number 3, I was reaching for some classics here. I went back into the 1973 American Graffiti, man.
I figured that was going to be on there for you.
So a lot of people forget about this class, but you forget about this movie. Francis Ford Coppola, George Lucas, Richard Dreyfuss, Ron Howard. I mean, Mackenzie Phillips, Harrison Ford, Cindy Williams, and of course Wolfman Jack. I mean,
Nipsey Russell. I mean, it's
no
a great
Nipsey.
Cast.
Oh. Are you sure Nipsey's
Russell.
not in there? I thought Nipsey was in there.
Look it up, kids. What's your number 2?
It was no.
What's your number 2, Blake?
Number 2, going into the depression of 1986 teen movies. This was River's Edge, man. Crispin Glover, Keanu Reeves, Ione Skye.
You are going
Daniel
depressing.
Roebuck, Dennis Hopper. I mean, this is kind of depressing school movie, obviously, but it's very good.
Okay. My number 2.
Daniel Roebuck was in that?
Daniel Roebuck. This was Daniel Roebuck and Ione Skye's movie premieres, yeah.
So, like, Daniel Roebuck, the guy who played Leslie Arst in Lost?
Yes. Leslie Arst. Dr. Leslie Arst to you.
Yes.
My number 2 is, I watched this again last week and I still love it. I Don't Want Your Life.
Varsity Blues.
I was going to say Friday Night Lights.
I was trying to figure out what impersonation he was trying to do this time.
Forrest Gump,
I will say,
Vanderbeek.
Varsity Blues is a superior Texas high school football movie between that and Friday Night Lights.
It's a great film. It is a great film. I will fight anyone that doesn't like it.
You just like the whipped cream bikini.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yes, he did.
Well, it's not.
And then when they made him Captain America, it was even better.
Yes, Chris Evans. You know what? I think I just like watching James Vanderbeek come and go. His accent come and go. I think I like seeing that part.
That didn't sound right when you first said it. I just like watching James Vanderbeek come
and go.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't judge.
Idols for the show.
I love Dawson. What's your number 2?
Oh,
Jeff.
I really mixed up and crossed my movies reference there, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
My number 2 should come as no surprise to anybody who listens to this show. 1980s Grease 2.
Go Grease.
What?
Go Grease Lightning.
No. That's from Grease. That's not as superior as the sequel.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
There was no Michelle Pfeiffer in Grease.
Thank God.
Was that Michelle Pfeiffer pre or post lip job?
Pre. This is Michelle Pfeiffer at the peak of hotness.
I don't know why she had to mess with her lips, because she had some good lips to begin with.
She did.
Not as good as Nipsey Russell's lips, but pretty damn close.
Nipsey's lipsies.
That's right. Brad, what's your number 2?
All right, number 2. This was a toss-up between two. I don't know which one I wanted to go with, but I'm gonna flip a coin in my mind. I'm gonna go with Van Wilder.
Oh,
Van Wilder's a good one.
It's not bad.
But it was Tara Reid, so I couldn't do it.
It's as good as the second one, though, of Van Wilder. The Rise of
Taj.
Yeah,
that was
it's
awful.
Much better than hell. That was terrible.
Oh, that was so bad. What's your number 1?
Oh, that Cowpad? That was Cowpad.
Yeah, it was Cowpad. Yeah.
Number 1. This is a movie that I loved watching when I was growing up, and that is Real Genius.
Honorable mention.
You are awesome. That is true. That was actually on rotation about a month ago. And
I love that movie. I love Val Kilmer in that movie.
And the moral story behind it.
Such a good movie.
Do you think which one's a better role, Val Kilmer in Real Genius or Top Secret? Or The Saint?
Well, he does sing and dance in Top Secret.
And I feel like I could have a beer with him.
That's true.
Hey, we talked about Real Genius a couple weeks ago, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. That's probably after I saw it. It's like, his one-liners and comedy in that, is really good. I think people forget how funny that is.
I think Real Genius.
I really feel for Val Kilmer because he had throat cancer, so he can't talk anymore.
Oh no! How's he going to be in the new Top Gun movie?
Well, he has a new movie out, and if you watch the trailer, they dub over his voice.
Oh.
Well,
with Kevin Spacey's voice.
If I had the video
Hi, I'm Kevin Spacey!
If I had the video on, I could demonstrate to you how Navy fighter pilots actually talk. They really don't say a lot, but they use their two hands and wave them around like they're two jets. And that's what they do an awful lot.
They just go like this.
Is it kind of like the puppets in Team America? Yeah. Give me a sign.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think you have a stealth on you.
Not like that, Jason. A little cooler.
I think the Germans are attacking. I don't think they can see you from the ground.
The Germans?
Can we give up when the Germans bomb Pearl Harbor? Jeff, what's your number 2?
I already did my number 2.
Here's how they.
There's the
This is how fighter pilots talk. You want to see how helicopter pilots talk?
Sure.
Is it thumb wrestling?
Yeah, that looks like how what do you call PlayStation people would talk.
No, that's the rotor on top.
No, that's the joysticks on the PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Real quick before we get to your number 1, Mystery Science Theater is on Blake in the mornings on IFC channel, and this past week I had it on. Yeah.
I gotta go back check that.
And I think it was IFC. I think it is. But anyways, it was on, and they had the Space Mutiny one that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Oh God,
that's another railing death. God, sorry.
They're strategically placed, barrels, on spaceships.
Come on! Go!
Whoever knew golf carts would play such an important role in
golf carts,
space travel.
It was the grocery store cleaning machines that they raced in.
Yeah.
Beep.
What's your number 1, Jeff?
And I wish I kept count of how many people fell over rails, because obviously, safety rails are an issue in the future of space travel as well.
I love that episode.
They didn't even bother putting up rails on the Death Star.
Because they knew the whole thing was going to blow up. It's fine. Jeff, what's your number one?
My number one is...
They had fire control technicians in the laser tube. Talk about future veterans claims. Oh, I got radiation. Oh, where did you get that from? Well, I was in the Death Star laser tube. Oh, yeah, say no more. Here, fill these papers out.
Are they contractors or soldiers?
Oh, they had to be soldiers because contractors would be a little more expensive.
No, Blake. They won't easily give them the forms. They'll make them jump through hoops like they did the 9/11 first responders. Come on.
Oh, that's true.
That went smoothly.
I was only exposed to a bazillion gigawatts of laser with no safety shield.
They fixed it come Kylo Ren planet. It's fine. It was fine. What's your number one, Jeff?
My number one should come as no surprise. I picked The Breakfast Club.
Classic.
The original Misfits.
Yeah.
Let's see. My number one is one of my favorite.
Do you know? I read about that Breakfast Club because what's his name? The principal. What's his name? Jeff. Not the principal. The teacher that was there. His
Richard.
Richard.
Dick Vernon.
Yeah, Dick Vernon. You know, because he passed away, and they had interviews with his daughter, and she was talking about how he loved that movie and all that kind of fun stuff. But they were talking about the plot originally, that there was a side plot that they'd never pursued, where there was going to be a girl on the swim team, and they're going to be there at the same time doing swim practice, and there's going to be a gratuitous swim locker room scene. And can you imagine? And they decided to cut that out early on. Can you imagine how different that movie would be if they went to that kind of shit?
Yeah, they were trying to throw a Porky's type feel into it.
Yeah, they were gonna go that route, but thankfully they decided to not film and edit it, or they edited it out, and they didn't even finish filming those parts.
Good move on their part.
Yeah.
My number one, to go back to Blake's Shakespeare type of spins, one of my favorite top 10 movies of all time, 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath Ledger, Julia Stiles.
Good one.
Larry Miller. Love that show. Love it.
That would have been an honorable mention for me.
That is on my honorable mention list.
Blake, what's your number one? Wrap this sucker up.
My number one, I did this specifically because it had Adam Baldwin in it for you guys.
My Bodyguard.
Animal Mother. That's
Biodome?
right. You are correct. My Bodyguard from 1980. It had
Chris Makepeace.
Yep, it had Chris Makepeace in it. Adam Baldwin, Matt Dillon, Martin Mull, and it was also I think this was I was going to say the other movies had Joan Cusack, her first role in it too. But yeah, this was one of those great movie roles where I thought it was another movie where it touched on some darkness in there as well, but everybody turns out to be good in the end.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah.
Is this a Ben Affleck interview?
Yeah. Jeff, I'm very surprised you did not have Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon.
Yeah, no, that didn't make my list at all. Not even an honorable mention.
Oh.
What about Drumline with Nick Cannon?
Any movie.
Drumline. That wasn't bad.
Any movie that is based on the screenplay of Can't Buy Me Love is not going to make my list.
Real quick here, we're going to do quick honorable mentions here.
I like Can't Buy Me Love.
Yes, but a movie that in the opening credits says based off the screenplay of Can't Buy Me Love.
Yeah.
That is not Can't Buy Me Love. Yeah, no.
Honorable mentions, I had Mean Girls, October Sky.
I didn't have that.
And Juno. I really enjoyed Juno. And Animal House.
I had Animal House, yeah.
Yeah, I had honorable mentions. I had Heathers, Dazed and Confused, 10 Things I Hate About You, Animal House, Back to School, Billy Madison.
Billy Madison.
Yes.
Billy Madison was on mine.
Yeah, Billy Madison, because they had to go through all the grades.
They had Mona Lisa Smile. I actually liked that movie. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and the one I added during your talk earlier was Airborne.
I forgot Bill and Ted's. That's right. The whole thing was for their history report.
Yeah.
We had a couple here. Oh, we won't get to all of them because we're running late. You can say
all the John Hughes movies. You can say all the early John Cusack movies. You guys did say Mean Girls, right?
Yeah, I did.
Do that in
I also had Superbad.
Oh.
And Rushmore.
Rushmore is funny.
We did Clueless. We did Pretty and Better. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Well, hold on. Let me see. Here we go, Blake. Let me see if you got these on.
Yeah, a lot of these you already said and all the things we talked about. So, yeah, let's see what we got. Something new here.
Pittsburgh Nerd has Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Mm-hmm.
Back to School. Breakfast Club. And Pretty in Pink, like Blake was saying.
Yeah.
Steve at EILFM has The Faculty. That's a good movie. That's enjoyable.
I forgot about that one.
Stand and Deliver. Stand and Deliver was a damn good film. Morgan Freeman. 3 O'Clock High. Revenge of the Nerds. And Old School. Oh, nobody said Principal. The Principal. Louis Gossett.
Old School. I
thought someone... Oh, I hated Old School.
No.
I thought somebody said The Principal, I thought.
No, not yet.
Past the list.
Well, not yet, but I think someone said it.
Doug has High School Musical 2, High School Musical 3, High School Musical, Sky High, and Lemonade Mouth. Get out. Randall at RJ Holt 666. He's not evil.
He's just handled that way.
Thank you. Harry Potter series. Ferris Bueller.
Well, yeah.
Bueller. Back to School. Billy Madison. And here you go, The Principal.
Yeah, I knew someone said it.
Honorable mention, Sky High, High School Musical 2, the only good one. Let's see here. Breaker 6696 had Old School, American Pie, Grease, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and Rad. Remember that one? Rad.
Oh, I just watched that with my kids a few weeks ago.
Big Death.
Is that a skateboarding movie?
No, BMX.
Animal House, Police Academy. That's a good one. That technically is a school.
It's a school.
Revenge of the Nerds, Mean Girls, and 10 Things I Hate About You, and She's All That. He hobied that shit. Unhonorable mention, Soul Man. Nisi.
You completely broke up on that. That was almost like playing. Did you guys have problems with that too?
No, I heard it. His dishonorable mention there.
Yeah.
What was it?
Soul Man.
Soul Man. Yeah, you can't make that movie these days.
You shouldn't have made it that.
Nisi had Rock and Roll High School, the Ramones, man.
Rock and Roll High School.
Heathers, the original Mean Girls. 3 O'Clock High, Dazed and Confused, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So there you go. Oh, and finally, Kevin at Cincy Explorer had Revenge of the Nerds, American Pie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Old School, and Animal House. His honorable mentions were PCU, Drumline, Accepted, Superbad, Van Wilder, Back to School, and Mean Girls. So everything that we talked about before. And finally, Stork, Episodic Geek had Kindergarten Cop, Billy Madison, Dead Poets Society, Animal House, and PCU. We will have more next week from our website or Facebook page.
You know, I was waiting to see. I didn't bring this up immediately, but I was waiting to see if this would be on somebody's list. If somebody had like culture, but I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah, culture.
So as I was on the interwebs trying to rejuvenate my memories for good school movies, movie I've never seen before, but it seems to be rated number 1 in like lots of critic lists that I have here, and that was The Last Picture Show. Did you guys ever see?
I never did.
1971 Last Picture Show.
I've heard of it, but never saw it.
Jay,
yeah, man. Timothy
Facebook.
Bottoms, Jeff Bridges, Sybil Shepherd. You know.
Yeah, until I was looking up things for this list, I didn't even know that was a high school or a school movie.
Yeah.
I heard of it, and I heard it gets good reviews, but I didn't know it was school related.
Jeff will get the Facebook ones next week.
I got them right here, now.
Nope.
Read them
There you go.
Bad idea of the week, number 812. Kevin Hart and Will Smith remaking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Fuck that.
I think that's too low of a number.
I think on our Facebook page, we've listed a number of movie remakes that should not be happening, and I'm wondering if this COVID-19 is the cause of this all. You got all these jackass executives and producers with nothing to do, and they're like, let's remake that movie. Let's remake that movie.
They've been talking about remaking a bunch of movies for.
Let's remake that movie.
Now.
Well, Blake, it's easy for them because they basically just have the people film themselves at home and then they superimpose them on the original film. They're not even doing anything else. That's all they're doing.
They just put their faces, cut out the faces and stick it.
Titles for the show. I had Pumpkin Spice Must Flow, An Approachable Blonde, Grab My Can, Electric Tesla, Send Me That Thing, and
Electric Tesla.
That's all I had.
That's the opening podcast for Amish.
I had the Pumpkin Spice Must Flow. I Know How That Ends. His brother Walter, and 1 billion gigawatts.
Oh, that's a big word just for me. Spell billion.
Billion?
Yes.
Billion.
I mean, I know
got anything?
I thought gigawatt wouldn't give him the most problem, but yeah.
I wrote down, are they contractors and no safety shield?
Are they contractors? Blake, did you have anything?
Yeah, I like all this.
Okay, good call. Jeff, we both came up with the Pumpkin Spice Must Flow.
Yes.
I think you should go with that one. I like that one.
I think that's the winner.
Okay. Let's see here. Brad, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Even though your G.I. Joe won. Crap. Such crap.
Joe.
Rigged. The election was rigged.
I like that this election was impartial. I like that nobody on HOBI really did much to sway the vote one way or another.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No, not at all.
How many Twitter accounts do you have now, Jason?
I got 87. They all start with Blake. That's the title. Brad, where can we find you at?
You can find me in my house. Or online, you can find me at wearethecinemagays.com.
Okay. And thanks for coming on. And
thank you.
It was a good time.
And don't forget the virtual expo, September 11th and 12th, not associated with the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Yes, that's correct.
That is separate.
Roger says goodbye.
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 There we go. Nope. Stop recording. Hello. Bye, everyone. There we go. Stop recording.